Hiya, hope you're all safe and well. Thanks Coops for asking me to do this. It's a long time since I've seen a lot of the Windsor faithful, so hope you're all good. Okay, Coops sent me a few questions. Who was the most talented? Well, I played with a lot of talented players. I was fortunate, not being the most talented myself. I was fortunate to be surrounded by talented players. Probably one of the best was Chippy. Matt Brady was his official name. Chippy to the lads. Come from Wycombe Wanderers, left hooker down the left hand side. He had unbelievable bags of talent. Lollipops for fun. He was he really knew how to get at a defender. He's always a bit out there, Chippy. Always a bit of a space cake, which is why I loved him. One game before Harrow Borough, he said to me, "Tills, what are we doing here?" I said, "Chippy's a FA Cup qualifying round, Harrow Borough away. What do you mean?" He's like, no, what are we doing here? What are we doing on the earth? I was like, wow, Chippy, just get on the game, stop talking to me. So, brilliant player, absolute space cake, loved him. Manager's pet. Manager's pet was a tough one. I think Coops mentioned in his one about Chens. Everyone loved Chens. If he was a manager, you would love him because he scored goals for fun. You know, what else do you want from a player? And he was a good lad. He would never give anyone any trouble, and you know, scored your goals, guaranteed goal machine. So I think I'd have to stick with Coops on that one and say Chens. Who was the hardest player? Well, for me, without a doubt, Jamie Jarvis. Absolute beast, mountain of a man. Definitely took no prisoners. Fortunate to play with him for a while at different clubs, and then I played for him at another club as well, so fortunate to keep that bond with him. Do remember the first time we played together though. He come on trial at Windsor. Windsor had a big budget that year, so he wanted to get signed. He always liked a pound note, Jamie did, and he come and he was away to Bognor Regis, and he said to me, we're in the warm-up, and he said to me, "Tills." I said, "What?" He said, "Don't pass me the ball." I said, "What do you mean don't pass you the ball?" He said, "Whatever happens during the game, don't pass me the ball. If I'm on, just kick it out." I said, "What are you going on about?" He said, "Look," he said, "I'm not the best with my feet, but I can tackle and I can head the ball and I'm fit and strong and I want a contract here this year. So don't pass me the ball." So I never passed him the ball. I think we got done 4-1 and he got a contract for a few quid. So, Javo, you owe me one. Best trainer. Best trainer's a difficult one. No one really likes training, but the person who really, who was always going to smash it was Seeds. Matt Seedle, ex-SAS boy, just had that mentality that, pain was just 4-letter word to him, PAIN, and that's, he would run through brick walls. We'd do a session and someone would be like, "Okay, Gaffer's saying get to the byline and back, full length for the pitch," and you're doing that 30 times. All the young flair players, the wingers, the Joe Chandrons of these worlds with a bit of pace and stuff, and that would be like, "Okay, let's go, let's get up and down. Start first 10, be flying." Tortoise and the hair. Seeds just have that one pace, and he would just keep going and keep going. And as you see him fall by the wayside, there we would go, keep going. So for me, for that sort of attitude and persistence, it would be Matt Seedle. Who was the worst trainer? Probably we had a season at Windsor where we had Dave Carroll was manager, and he brought in a lot of the ex-Wycombe boys who were excellent lads. Unbelievable ability above the level they were playing at, but obviously coming to the end of their career. Ange had the physio at the time. Ange, great physio, had her little hut there for the physio in. The queue for the hut was bigger than the queue for the changing rooms. You had them all lined up, all Cuzzo, the Holsgroves, all there, usual suspects, lining up. Tuesday night, bit cold. Just gonna have a little massage this night and keep it warm. So for me, it's a collective of the legendary Wycombe boys that come down and played for us, who who love to miss a training session and prefer a little massage and a pint of beer and then home time. First to leave on a team night out. Undisputed, hands down, king of the Harry Houdini escape, no one notices, Mr. Mark Cooper. Absolute Stonewall Cinderella, 12 o'clock, he's gone, see you later, without a goodbye, sneaks out the room, done his bit, been with the lads, had the raw, always had his head on back, family man, businessman. So always for me, Mark Cooper, first to leave. Great on a night out, great fun, great banter, but you know 12 o'clock he's over your shoulder, he won't be there. And one day I hope that I can grow up and be like Mark Cooper. Last to leave on a team night out. Wow. There's a few characters. There is a few characters for this one. We've had some great nights out, and for me that's a big part of the football when I was playing, was the nights out, and it wasn't even just a Saturday night. You know, we'd have Thursday nights in the clubhouse, not leaving, playing darts, killer on the pool, you know, and you'd go home at 2 in the morning on the Thursday, and your partner would be like, have you been, it's 2 in the morning, what are you doing? It's like just having a great time. The time just disappears when you're with the guys. You know, you've got people like Cakes, Chris Cahill, who would be, you know, moonwalking on a snooker table, love to dance, love to keep the party going. Paul Coyne, love a beer, would always want to continue, always never want to go home. Again, another one, he'd be dancing on the bar and just fall behind the bar and fall asleep and then carry on, you know. So couple of characters, but probably for keeping the party going, you've got to go out to Chris Cahill. Most likely to become a football manager. Well, probably two answers for me on this one. The proof's in the pudding a little bit. I think, you know, you've seen Coops take over as manager at Windsor, and always likely to be, you know, loved football, had that head on, had that obviously business management type aura around him, so you always knew that you could rely on him to get something done, and make it happen, and manage people and encourage people. So it's, to me, it's no surprise that Mark Cooper's manager at Windsor. I'd also probably throw in there Joe Hatcher. Had a little spell at Windsor, played with him at a lot of clubs, several clubs I've played with Joe at. Obviously done his work, educated now in football, done his degrees, done a lot of coaching. At the moment, it's not involved in the game, but wouldn't surprise me. Watch out, one to watch for. You heard it here first. Watch out for Joe Hatcher. Joker of the group. Joker, there was a lot of jokers in our time. Probably, I would say, we had a fella, a bit of a country bumpkin, Sean Dyke. In my early days at Windsor, going back a few years, he was a great talent on the pitch, but he was an absolute joker. He would have played a lot higher. He would have been a Stonewall professional, but you know, his attitude led to him not being that. But on the plus side for us, that means we had a great player playing for us, who was an absolute joker. Would, you know, crazy lunatic, would cut his suspension springs on his car to lower his car so it looks a bit like a low rider, but would then just drag along with sparks. He was that kind of lunatic, funny, where you was just laughing at him. So yeah, an old school one there, Sean Dyke. Haven't seen him for a while, but hope he's well. Most vocal on the pitch. Well, for me, out and out, Mr. Craig O'Connor, the creatine king. He was an oversized midget who was wider than he was taller, and an absolute Marmite character. You love him or hate him, and that's still the same now. It just happens to be that I love him, some people hate him, and you certainly hated him when you played against him, because he was just a pest, a horrible pest, and would just constantly talk to you. You know, would be in my ear, Tills, the next one, I'm going to get you. Would be onto the ref, everything the ref done. Ref, onto their players, onto your team, onto the manager. You know, he was just he just didn't shut up. And you know, I think it may be maybe to do with some of the enhancements he may or may not have been taking to get to his size that made him as crazy and lovable as he is. But for me, yeah, he never shuts up. Still never shuts up now. But I still love him. Okay, guys. Well, that's all from me. Hopefully, give you a little insight. Big love to all the players I played with. Anyone I didn't mention, I love you all. I love the ground. I love the club, and it's a big part of my life. Played a lot of games there. I'm sure the lads will give me a little bit of stick over this video, especially those who have missed out. But big love to everyone. Stay safe.